Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fireside Cast. This is RGL Season 4, Division 1, Week 2B, the Bradman Bunch versus HRTeam. My name is Caleb, and with me is Unicorn Wizard.
Hello.
Today,
How you doing?
Oh,
I was gonna say, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing just great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm glad I don't have to watch the Broncos versus the Jets anymore. It's a travesty to the game known as football. So this should be a lot better.
TF2 is much better than football. This
That
is
is true.
universally agreed upon. So, tonight's match, the Bradman Bunch versus HRTeam. What do you know about these two teams, Unicorn?
I actually know a pretty good amount about both of them. Everyone on Bradman Bunch I've either played on a team with or played against with, whether it be in Highlander or Sixes. Uh, and HRT, I've casted a few of their matches this season, and I casted, I believe, 2 of their matches last season as well. So, no, a pretty good amount, I would say.
Well, I'm going to run down the roster of HRTeam real quick. There's Mopsy Enigma on Scout, Nimby and Pelt on Soldier, Cray on Demo, and the Mr. Slin on Medic.
All right, and Bradman Bunch is, I believe it's Animus is the other scout, and Triple on Scout. All right, Animus and Triple on Scout. Marty and Antecedent on Soldier, Right Justify on Demo, and Figsy on Medic. Supreme Toad is Marty, by the way. For those of you who don't know, his RGL alias is Supreme Toad. His alias to literally anyone who knows who he is Marty. So I am going to call him Marty.
I will probably try to call him Marty and slip up a few times, but that's okay. So knowing what you do about these teams, what are your predictions for tonight's match?
I love Bradman Bunch. But just based on what I've seen from HRT, I want to predict for them. I don't think it'll be a roll, but HRT have kind of impressed me with how they were playing this season. Last season, I believe they got 3rd or 4th in D2. They changed a few things up. I believe who's new? Pelt, Magma, and actually almost everyone is new. Now that I think about it, the only 2 people still around from last season, I believe, are Nimby and Mopsy, unless Magma was on it. But no, because Phenomena was their scout, so it's a little bit new roster. They're playing really well. They yesterday or the day before, whenever that was, I casted them against Exile's team. They were up, I believe, 4-0 on Exile's team, or 3-0 or something like that. And they were playing really well. They were really impressing me with how you know, just their ability and how well they were playing. I'm gonna do the stereotypical guess when you're really unsure and say 5-3. I'm pretty sure that's what everyone usually says.
In favor of?
Oh, sorry, in favor of HRT. It will not surprise me though if Bradman do take it. I think the mids are going to be. I think the mids are going to be very interesting, and that's going to be a big determining factor of the overall flow of the match. I mean, mids usually are anyways, but goalie watch I think is a really big one. Where if your team is consistently losing the mids, it's really hard to get into a flow.
My prediction, Gully Watch is usually a slower map, a lower scoring map. I'm going to go 4-3 in favor of HRT.
Okay.
I don't know a lot of the players on Bradman Bunch. Well, I mean, I've played with Antecedent and Right Justify before, a long time ago. But on HRT's roster, I know Pelt is crazy. I mean, I know him from playing Demo, but I know his Soldier is very, very good as well. Cray, I've seen big things out of for a while, and of course, Mr. Slin, I know he is into playing this season. He wants to win, and he's got a good strategic mind. So I want to see what that can bring to HRT's dynamic here.
Yeah, That's a good point. He, I think it was yesterday that I casted that match. It was, yeah. And what I was kind of saying about Slin, and in the least shit talk way possible, right? Because Slin is a good medic. He's not bad by any means, but I think he either pops too early or like doesn't always have the best handle on the situation. Because I've noticed, not necessarily yesterday, but when I've seen him play recently, he can get caught out by hiders or bombs that he shouldn't get caught out by, or he kind of uses in a bit early. But on the other side, I think his experience brings a lot to, especially a team trying to get their foothold into, you know, mid-higher levels of TF2 with Div 1. So his experience is definitely a big factor.
Yeah, I mean, Slin's an interesting player. His tendencies in game honestly remind me a lot of like my own and strengths and weaknesses. He has a very good idea of the game. You know, like he makes a lot of videos about competitive TF2, and he clearly knows a lot about the game, about how strategy should work, and his mechanics are very solid. He practices, he does everything correctly. I think in real time game situations, he can get a little desynced from his team, and the idea of the game that he's playing just gets off kilter from the rest of his team, and then you end up in situations where you're popping early and such. And and we're going live.
And we're going live, yeah. So we'll get back to that. We are going live. I'm gonna look at Defran, otherwise known as Cray, on the first mid. He was doing a lot yesterday versus Lotad, otherwise known as the Exile team, as I called them. Pretty quick to mid, about the same as RJ. Really good damage actually, but just Antecedent's already down low. He's gonna get taken immediately. Figsy's dead to Pelt immediately too.
Wow, the aggression from HRT is very quick, but here comes the return from Bradman Bunch, but it looks like they're not pulling the frags. There's only one up, right? Justify for Bradman Bunch is he's going to try to make something work, but no, that's a full wipe from Bradman Bunch, and HRT only losing their soldiers, so they're going to be pushing forward pretty quickly here.
I didn't even see how he got onto Figsy. I guess just a normal bomb.
No, go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, I like what Bradman are doing here. They have a gun and a heavy. I really like the double off class, especially like the tanky off classes like Enchi and Heavy. It takes up a lot of the Uber most of the time, and that's what their goal is here. RJ's playing behind the point, so unless they get in really free through River and onto him, this could be a good last hold. But it is still almost full Uber to set, although they are at about 70 already.
It looks like
River, there it is.
They want to come in now. That Brass trying to deny it. Guns down. Pelt's getting completely
he's actually getting arrow tanked. Ooh, RJ being dead is huge though. Figsy is 85.
Frag's going very quickly.
Hurt. It's Animus and Figsy. Figsy's not dead, but there goes Animus, and that's going to be it.
Very quick round. That was less than 2 minutes for the first round in favor of HRT. And like the first thing I noticed when watching that mid was just how quickly HRT climbed their side, just tried to get positioning very early. Bradman Bunch tried to respond a little bit later with bombing their soldiers in, but by that time HRT had the positioning they needed. So we'll see how this mid goes. Let's see, I'm watching Bright Justify right now. He's trying to put stickies across the point. Pelt goes down, trying to get onto him. Yeah.
And Nimby's not a threat yet, and he immediately gets taken down. So this is actually a way better mid for Bradman. They're going to take down Cray too, and Mopsy and Slin are just going to need to bail all the way to last. Someone needs to cap. Triple is there. Okay. Yeah. That was a good mid. I think Pelt did the same thing he did in the last mid.
Yeah.
But it worked out better. Look at this pressure,
the
actually.
Bomb coming in from Antecedent. Yeah. He doesn't get anything, but
that's fine.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah. When you're capping second like this and the other team is on the back foot, you're allowed to do something like that. It's just a quick sack, maybe they're not expecting it. So nothing too bad yet. Mopsy actually taking good damage. Cray actually gets rushed down by Animus. That's big.
Wow.
RJ is dead on the back fight? What is happening?
Wait,
they're going to last.
They're going to last. Wait,
how did they use?
They're getting wrapped?
There's a lot happening here. They're only 3 up on the side of HRT. Marty is going to go down. This refight could be big, but they need to play it right. It's 2 scouts. You need to put pressure on the point here and have your shoulder shoot, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're just playing the point. Huh. All right. So, I I believe what happened is exactly when Cray got killed, the combo of HRT pushed into lobby and took out RJ and decided they'd try to get onto second for some reason because of that. And while that was happening, everyone else just kind of got destroyed by the combo of Bradman. Slin taking decent damage. Really good dance on it. Pelt actually, he's just getting cleaned up immediately. Antecedent is traded. Marty is getting chased a little bit on the floor, so he's not a factor in this mid yet. He's gonna bomb up, but he is just dead.
Yeah, now HRT's trying to push across the point more. No one wants to make big damage. Right Justify is very, very low.
Good
He's
shot
9 health.
from Triple though. Takes down Magma, but Animus is
Animus
dead.
goes down. Yeah,
Cray's walking
they're
forward.
backing out
Triple
now,
is
but
dead. Oh, Figsy's dead. It's all over.
that was kind of tragic. That was. It looked okay there for Bradman Bunch for a little bit. That mid was kind of slow to
Great
develop.
bomb from Antecedent though. Hits the force on a Slin. They
Wow.
were not ready for it.
This has been a much faster paced game than I was anticipating. Gully Wash usually goes a lot slower than this.
Yeah, it's the fact that both. Oh my goodness! He just goes in and air shots RJ after getting juggled into him. So that could be big. The demo being down is pretty big. You can't deny as much. And look at the pressure from HRT. They know that RJ's down, so they're just getting it. But Mopsy's dead. Antecedent on the cleanup. Marty's chasing the scout in the water. Good play from him. He's gonna clean up Magma. So that should settle things down a little bit. With both scouts dead, you know the back cap most likely isn't happening. The cap can't get pressured as much. So we're just gonna hang out, get Uber.
Slim has a 20% ad, but I don't think they're going to do anything off of that. Their positioning here is pretty passive.
Yeah. The first real stalemate of the game so far. We're at 1-1, and we are just now getting a stalemate.
Oh, right. Okay, so I've seen a lot of very interesting things so far. Both teams seem to be very willing to turn on the aggression. They want to take control of this map, and they've done so in exchanging rounds. You can see the spam coming in from River. Nothing much is happening there. Right Justify trying to put some stickies into lobby, where Magma is watching Cray. Earlier he was trying to get some there's a soldier in, that's
Poor
Nimby.
Nimby.
He tries to jump out, but nothing develops from that. But
And to
here's
see
the
it on the
counter
demo.
side.
Really good sack actually. Marty might be able to clean him up from the back. No, he gets healed.
10
So
health
close.
on Cray. That almost worked. That was very close to working. Antecedent has had very aggressive bombs so far.
Triple is basically in a mobile tank right now because the lower he gets, the stronger he gets. I believe it's once you get below 50 health on the brass beast, you take less damage.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just a mobile sentry gun essentially right now. No off classes from HRT, which I'm kind of, surprised by. But you know, they're not gonna go too fast. Just gonna hang out. Maybe
They look
send
a little antsy right now. They maybe want to. Oh, but their
There
pelt
goes
goes down. Animus is in lobby. He's trying to get some damage.
Yeah, this is really good aggression, but he's really the only
gonna
one
back.
forward.
It's hard to get that momentum pushing out when, like you said, you have the heavy sentry.
Yeah, it's having a scout do a lot pushing out of this point is really hard. You kind of need to hope they hit some really fat shots. Otherwise, I
Here
like
comes the
sending.
push.
There's a
Magma's in
scout
on
just
the
on the
point.
point.
Mopsy's going through water. They're trying to get the captain right now, and they get the round.
Okay, so yeah, Bo Scouts just wow, that was really smart. Bo Scouts just run the point. He has to death the sticks. Marty gets just destroyed by those scouts and Cray from River, and that's just the round.
They didn't even really have time to initiate a fight. They just sent one scout like through River, and he got them cap time, and it was enough to distract them. Like no one checked water. There's a big bomb coming in from Figsy. No, he's gonna change his mind at the last second. He wants to bomb again. Not really getting too much so far. Scouts trying to push across the point on the side of Bradman Bunch. Magma
Look how
and Figsy.
forward RJ is. My God, he's doing so much damage.
Mr. Sling goes down.
Yeah, Slin's dead, and now it's just Figsy and Ann. Figsy needs to leave. Ann's gotta, you know,
He's launched
keep
up
the
into
eyes
the
on
sky.
him. Yeah. This is okay, though. Figsy's gonna have the spawns. They're gonna have the Uber advantage.
So an HRT mid, but with Uber advantage to the side of Bradman Bunch. With the rest of the spawners coming in. Antecedent up in 3. It's the last spawner. In 1 second, Nimby's going to be coming up. HRT, Cray trying to peek through choke, set some stickies out.
Yeah, huge Uber ad for Bradman. And Cray is playing this
They're
really
popping it
aggressive.
now,
He
very
might get
early.
caught because
Scouts
of it.
going in.
Cray's
HRT
caught on the
trying
floor.
to-
Oh,
trying to
he's gonna
back
try to get
out.
up. He's goodbye.
Ah,
That's huge. Like,
Yeah.
now that they have a little bit of an Uber to set, but that demo pick is big. You're, like I was saying earlier, demo being down on a map like Gully Wash, he can deny a choke himself. Like, and they're rushing at the flank. Look at this. Animus is gonna take down Magma. Yeah. And they can just pressure really well now. The meta's caught out. Slin cannot leave.
there's another scout like
Slin's at
flanking
5
them right
health,
now
he's
from
gonna get
choke.
taken
Mr.
down.
Slin goes down.
Yeah, and Bradman should bail now. Bradman should 100% back up here. You
Bigsy
know that
wants to
Bigsy's
go
about to get
both
brushed.
shoulders actually. Bigsy gets taken down by Pelt. Animus takes down Mopsy. Only
That was-
2 up for HRT at this point, and Magma's on Engineer, so
Yeah, and they know where Pelt is. They know, so Figsy should be perfectly safe. They know where Pelt is. Magma's a spawner. And there goes Pelt. Really well played by Bradman. They took, like I said, they took advantage of that demo pick and were able to pressure really well.
I really liked that flank from Triple, coming in from choke at the least expected time and getting so much damage off of Mr. Slint.
Yeah.
Really spooked him.
Yeah,
Let's see. Let's look at this last hold. HRT has a pyro and a sentry gun, and the push is coming in
The
through Shutter
Soldier's
right
the first
now.
one dead, actually. That's
Gun
interesting.
goes down.
Fire still is not taken down. Cray is being pressured on the point. There are no sticks on the point. They
Cray's
know
very
Cray is
low.
hurt. Entity insert, Slin's dead.
Slint's dead.
And everyone is just getting collapsed on. It's just Mopsy.
Wow. 2-2.
2.
This is a fast-moving game.
Yeah, both teams are doing, excuse me, a really good job of taking just advantage of anything they can get.
I would like to see how these teams are going to evolve defensively to try and counter the aggression of the other. There's a big
Figsy's
bomb
already
coming in
at
from
50.
Nimby. Right, just 6 health, he's dead.
Huge. This is already a really bad mid for Bradman.
Yeah,
It looks like they're just gonna
bad
bail.
health.
Yeah, they're gone. Antecedent's on the
Antecedent's
mid.
in.
He's on Slin.
Ooh.
Oh,
and
Slin.
Slint survives on 11 health.
If Slin didn't heal that scout there, he would have been dead. I believe when you're healing someone, you heal a little bit faster. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that's how it works. So I think Slin dies if he doesn't heal anyone there. Very good try from Antecedent. Smart play for Bradman to get out, not get wiped. That keeps them in this round. They are holding their last, but it's way better than just wiping on mid.
Absolutely. So let's look at this defense. There are no off classes on the side of Bradman. Oh, and now here the heavy comes out from Triple, the mobile sentry, with the brass beast once again at it. Figsy down to 77 health gets the pack. HRT all gathered up in this riverside, trying to figure out how they want to make this push. Even Ubers. Antecedent wanting to get a little aggressive in lobby. Mopsy checking Shutter. Animus goes down to a sticky trap from Cray. I didn't really see where that was, but and now Cray is in from Shutter.
They just trade in.
Both Ubers are popped.
But there's no damage from anyone else. Like, no one's taking damage. So the Ubers just kind of looked at each other. Yeah. Antecedent's going to get rushed down on Balcak. That's been big. Triple fell down. He's going to clean up Nimby with it. Animus is dead. If you can arrow tank Triple, this will be alright. But he's just going to get rushed down by a scout. And this is looking really bad for Bradman. Marty's going to have to do something big because RJ can't do much. Oh, Figsy's in spawn. Why is Figsy in spawn?
Right, Justified doing everything he can on 22 health, but it's not enough. 3-2 in favor of HRT. It has been 13 minutes.
Half.
13 minutes. That is the fastest half I've seen with this score in a long time.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty true. It goes fast. It's. Hold on. Let me bring up these stats. All right, let's see what I got. Mopsy 12, 5, and 4. Best scout in the server. The scouts are actually shining above everyone else right now, and to me that's surprising.
Yeah.
Scout usually is not the best class on Gully Wash. The only point that really lends itself to Scout is somewhat second, ideally, but either way, the Scouts are shining up. A really funny stat. Triple is taking 317 damage per minute on Scout.
I
don't
think
know how.
that's from the heavy.
Heavy. Yeah. Thank you.
The
I was
sentry.
very confused as to what was going on there. Okay, that makes more sense. The soldiers are all performing pretty evenly, actually, from the looks of it. Marty and Pelt have basically the same stats. So do Antecedent and Nimby. Okay, there's a pause so there's gonna be a pause at some point. So the differences I'm seeing in the stats right now are Mopsy and Magma are doing a little bit better, not insanely better, just a little bit. And RJ is not doing is having not as big of an impact as Cray.
Cray is getting top heals on HRT. I'm looking at the heal spread right now. Cray getting 26% heals, and the highest heal amount on Bradman Bunch is Figsy getting 23% heals. What's interesting on HRT is there's a demo man, a soldier, and then a scout. And the bottom healed player is also a scout. And considering the impact that the scouts are having for HRT on this game, I'm surprised that they're getting very few heals. And maybe that's a contributor to HRT's success. Like we've seen on those mids where Bradman Bunch's health goes very low very quickly. And I think that's what lost them that last mid. And that heal spread probably has something to do with it.
Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. The mids actually. Let me see the mids. It feels like it's been even. Okay, no. HRT won every mid except one.
Looks like we're going ready again.
Yes. I want to look at RJ. I want to see what he does on mid. Oh, there is going to be a pause. You're right. The pause should come in actually right about now. There it is.
Yeah.
They re-exact. Someone was AFK.
Okay, here we go again. Take two.
Alright, I'm gonna look at RJ. I don't know what he does on mid. I haven't really been looking at him. Okay. So, fine rollout. He isn't
Look at Cray, he's right in choke.
Oh, that was close.
Wow.
RJ actually almost killed him there. That would have been big. RJ isn't getting pressured that big. Figsy is hurt though. Pelt is dead, but Figsy being... Oh, but they lose Magma, so Pelt and Magma dead. Nimby dead too, and they're just gonna need to leave. Figsy was down to like 10 HP. Marty edge bugging on the wall.
That was a risky mid from HRT to send Cray and that aggressive. He's using the booties actually. He's got that 200 base HP.
Yeah, it was risky. Sorry, I got an email from work.
No, it's okay.
It was pretty risky, but Cray wasn't really the problem. It was they didn't have the cleanup. RJ got low, Figsy got down to like 10, and they bled and didn't clean up those players. So the idea was good, the execution wasn't the best. But even Ubers, Sat coming in most likely. Someone in water, who is it? Triple.
And look at him, he's already on the point.
Yeah, no.
Got almost about half time. Two frags down for Bradman.
Antecedent got decimated immediately. Marty's taking a lot of damage too. He is going to be alive. But you look at what Slin and Pelt are doing. They did this a lot against Lotat. This Uber, I don't agree with this. Well, unless someone gets caught out. And no one is. But look how aggressive Pelt is being, and they're just getting the space. And Fix is dead. Wow, really well played. Pelt's in. They don't know he's there. Slin is now dead though, and there is a collapse coming in out of.
They get the second cap.
Both teams. It's
4
just
players
Ant.
alive. 3 now.
So what Ant should do, he doesn't need to fight either of these players.
He's
just
trying.
Gonna go
he's trying to fight Pelt.
Kill him. Nope. Yeah, Ant just staying where he is, kind of keeping eyes on him is very important. They can't let the scout cap the man. It doesn't look like they're going to.
But he's gonna get destroyed by Ant.
How did Magma not see that, man? Magma looks right at him. Oh well.
I think he was so scared of that the Bradman coming in that he forgot that Ant was right there.
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Ant is dead. Ant is so dead. And now they don't have soldiers. Pelt is in. He might get cleaned up as well. No, Nimby's actually the one who gets taken down. But there's still an ad here for HRT.
It's very slim though.
Yeah.
They have about a 5% ad at this point. So I think Bradman has been building pretty effectively.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I definitely agree. They've been building really well. Very cognizant of what the Ubers are.
See.
Oh, Cray just peeked really deep. He knows that they're going big door. Cray knows exactly where their combo is. Animus is behind. He might be able to kill Nimby here. Poor Nimby. Hey, Cray's dead too.
Cray's
Wait
dead.
a second. Yeah, where did Ant just walked at him and killed him?
And now
This
Triple's
Uber's
coming
gonna
to
come in.
This
This
is
is
the
actually
same
gonna be a
flank
better
he did
Uber
earlier.
This might be a better Uber from HRT, but with all their players dead, it doesn't matter. Although Animus does get cleaned up, but they're gonna lose Mopsy immediately. Don't chase. Oh, they're chasing too hard. Maybe. No, Pelt's dead. Okay. This is.
Right justified.
You need to cap. You need to cap and stop chasing here. No one's capped. Okay, Triple went back for it. That was really dangerous for both teams.
Yeah.
They like one rocket or pipe, and this round is over. But yeah, no real ad. They're not really doing anything crazy. Just some spam.
Let's see. No off classes on either team right now. Is Cray still on the booties? No, he switched back. He switched back. Antecedent getting a little aggressive in River, but he's going to jump out. HRT wants to peek a little bit into lobby. Pelt getting some spam, but he's going to get out through Shutter. Ant now peeking through main. Wants to get something. He's in. He wants to get onto Cray. He gets one good rocket off. No, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and now, you know, maybe a second or less. That's going to be Nimby. He's not going to get anything. But that's okay. You don't really lose anything by sacking a soldier in. Oh, Pelt's dead too, actually.
They have a level 2 sentry in an interesting spot. I usually don't see the sentry here.
Animus is sniping. Or spy. He's coming back. There he is. Yeah, Antecedent held the door open for him. So here we are.
See if Animus can get the big headshot. He's got that golden sniper rifle.
There's like 2 angles that work on Gullywash. He's got one of them. They haven't seen him. Kills
Oh,
the
he
Anti.
gets
That's
the kill
actually
on the
pretty
magma.
big. And that gun is just going to get spammed for free. So now the gun's dead. They know there's a sniper, but with that gun being dead, everyone can pressure. And Slin just somehow ate 80 damage. Animus is in the... They use in, actually. I don't know about that one. Just go for a trade, yeah. Antecedent does die, though. And with a sniper, this could be pretty bad. Slin is still hurt, though.
I feel like that could have been okay if they had another
RG's dead
scout.
in lobby.
Uh-oh.
Pelt dead.
Pelt dead.
Animus is dead as... Yeah, dead as hell.
He's jumping around.
Yeah. Only 2 people left are Marty and a spawning Antecedent.
HRT successfully pushes out.
They are going to get RJ. But that might not matter. And now RJ's on the floor. He might be caught out. No.
Yeah, counter jumps in.
Yeah,
out.
Antecedent did really good to keep them. They really wanted to chase RJ from the looks where everyone was looking. And Antecedent just bombs in, puts all the eyes on him. His team can get out. Basically for free. No one's dead, even Ubers.
He's been going for those balls to place. He went down to 19 health doing that last jump in, and I think it was worth it. He slowed down HRT.
Ant knows he's there now. And Nimby's dead. How did Nimby die? I think he got piped in the head and cratered. And they know Magma's dead, and Ant is fighting him on last. Okay, they got 2 people fighting him. You can afford to have 2 people go back for him now, because with Nimby being dead.
Where did Magma get in behind from?
He just went through big door,
Okay.
baby door. They just, you know, they did the take heals, baby door, and get him behind. And they know he's still there, and Ant is still in the process of looking for him. Where is he? Oh, he's on Ant. Ant has no idea.
Uh-oh.
And that's a
and
kill.
Ant goes down. Magma does die, but HRT's going to take this space, knowing that...
He gets forced. Good play from Nimby. Being down both soldiers could be big, but no one's going for a force. There's no pressure on Slin.
Yeah, they were prepared for that play. Slin had already backed off into a safer position, and now they're going to try pushing in on the big door side. And Cray leading the charge, putting those stickies out, not getting a ton of damage.
Ooh, and they are behind, and Triple is very well aware of it. Where's Figsy? Yeah, she's getting out. She knows she needs to be gone.
You need to get on this cap. Magma's gonna
They
get
need
on
to
the
be
cap.
out. They need to be out of river. They need to be on last right now. They don't have any off classes. The Uber's about to come in from the look of it. Maybe not.
No, yeah,
there it is.
Right to the shutter.
Really good bomb from Crate.
Mopsy's gonna go straight to point, get like half damage onto RJ.
Oh, RJ's dead. This could be big. Marty, nice rockets, but he has to reload. There's a soldier hurt in water. They don't know he's there.
Frag slowly going in the way of HRT.
Nimby's dead, and it's all of a sudden a 3v3, yeah. The soldier's just going to play the point, and there's no one to pressure.
Wow. That almost looked like it was about to turn around in favor of Bradman Bunch. The scouts were doing a lot of work, but Pelt and Slin just went straight for the point and won the round.
Yeah, Gully Wash is a rough mid. If you lose all your, or a rough last. If you lose all your explosive classes, you just get into this part. Oh my goodness, someone's lagging. I think it's triple. You get into this point where, like, they can just run on the point, and your scouts can't do much about it.
Figsy takes a lot of early damage.
Figsy's already at 31. Goodness.
Trying to get the pack, but it's not there, and Figsy goes down to the spam from Pelt. And that's gonna signal Bradman's exiting this bit, but they don't want to.
They're just gonna go in. They need to get on Slin here. And there is no one able to get on a 5 health antecedent. He is dead. That's
bringing out the pipes. Yeah, Cray's been going crazy this game.
Yeah, he's on a 4K, top scoring his team, other than the medic, obviously. This team or this half. They have the heavy.
Are already very forward in the lobby.
Yeah, they have the heavy. They have the gun. It almost worked out last time. The gun's immediately dead. They're doing a really good job of juggling a shutter. RJ playing it smart. He's went into secret actually. Triple is dead. That's okay. Oh, but there's pressure on RJ though. RJ's dead. Oh, RJ kills himself. There's no pressure on the point. That's gonna be it.
Wow. Okay. And that's game.
Yeah, that's a really fast game.
I think a really fast game.
That's a 23-minute game, I'm pretty sure.
That first half was very, very close, but HRT definitely took that more dominant stance in the second half. One thing that because we didn't see a single successful last hold that entire match.
Really?
Or maybe there was one from HRT.
Like one, maybe. Yeah, you're right about that though. It was just a game of your med dies, you win.
One thing I kept questioning from Bradman Bunch is I think that Brass Beast on the heavy hurt them a lot more than it helped them. Not being able to unspin and spin up again. I think that Triple would have been able to dodge some of that spam if he was on a different gun and didn't take so long to spin up.
Yeah, I'm bringing the stats up right now. They're taking a little bit to load.
Mopsy top fragging the server with 10 in that second half.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, Mopsy 10 and 2. Good night. Only taking 171 DPM too. Oh my god. Pelt 5 and 5, 346 DPM. The man took 400 damage per minute. Good lord. And only died 5 times. How many heals did it spend? Yeah, 31%. Yep.
Pelt was like a brick wall for HRT. Every time that Bradman Bunch was trying to push forward, Pelt would just get in their way. He would just body block him a lot of the time, which was working out for him, but taking a lot of damage because of it.
Yeah, Pelt plays a very aggressive soldier that ends up that his team does a really good job of playing off of. It doesn't work unless your team is smart and knows how to play off it, and they're doing really well to follow up with him about it.
Reminds me of like old soldiers, like how the game used to be played in the early days with where you'd pop on your pocket and you just body block people. Where
the rando.
Yeah, the rando.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a very good point. That's a lot of Ubers, these days, or take a scout, take a demo. But you're right. It used to be just huge amounts of heals into your pocket. Just take him in, see what you can do. That's kind of what Pelt's doing, and it's been working pretty well.
I was really impressed from HRT in this match. Whenever they were on the defensive, they were definitely at their shakiest. Especially because Bradman had a pretty good offensive stance, I think, throughout the match. Especially in that first half. but they were very well coordinated. It always seemed like they had a plan for whatever situation they were in. There were certain times where Bradman Bunch, to me, it looked like they got a little caught out. They got a little antsy. Didn't quite know what they were doing. Antecedent was always going for those really aggressive bombs. He seemed to be the initiator in a lot of situations for Bradman Bunch, and he was playing well. It was working out a lot of the time. But whenever he couldn't make something work, then Bradman Bunch started to crumble a little bit. I loved when they were on offense and they had mid. That flank from triple, that happened twice. The first time he killed Mr. Slin, and the second time there was this huge fight in Big Door, and he was able to get on cap early. I really liked seeing that. They almost beefed it afterwards by overextending, getting a little hungry, but they did manage to catch out HRT in a lot of situations, and they could have won this match. I think they had it in them to win this match. HRT definitely played like the better team, I think, but Bradman Bunch had it in them to outplay them.
But yeah, that's probably going to be it for us. Really, really fast match. Competitive but fast. But yeah, I think we're done here.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Antlers on production.
Yep. Shout out to. I think I shouted out Mustard last time. Shout out to Marty. Nice guy. But yeah, we're gonna be done here. I am Unicorn Wizard. I've been joined by Caleb. Antlers on production. Thank you all for watching.
Have a good night.